Hello, everybody. I'm Melissa, and welcome back to Book Bar, and welcome to my, update on my phone. Welcome to my August end of month wrap up. If you are new here, I break my wrap ups up into two, mid-month and end of month. So if you want to see the 19 books I read in the first half of the month, I'll link it up here. Go ahead and watch that wrap up. If you want to just stick around and see the other 14 or 15 books that I read, or no, 14. I can't math right now. 14 books that I read this month. 12? I don't even know. Don't pay attention to me. Just, if you want to check out the rest of the books that I read this month, I'm going to go ahead and get on into them. I do them in order of how I completed them, not necessarily how I read them. I do have one book that I am carrying over with me into next month, and that is Right House by Callie Hart. I started it for a vlog and just didn't have time to finish it, and I do still really want to complete it, so it is just getting carried over. Usually I'm really prepared and I have all my books written out and like everything. Not this month, and I can't be bothered to try to get it done before I want to film this, so we're just gonna go with it. If I remember, I remember. If not, don't. It's fine. I remember like plot points. I might not remember character names. It happens. But the first book that I finished in the second half of the month is Puck Me Secretly by Odette Stone. I read this for my Pick Pong-a-thon vlog, which I will link up here because that will already be out. This is a like forbidden sports romance between a hockey star and the owner's daughter / she's kind of the assistant GM, and so they have like a forbidden romance. They meet on a plane, and they are in a plane crash, and they have a night together, and lo and behold, comes to find out that he is now the new player for the hockey team that she is going to be the assistant GM for. And they have a full, they try to deny their relationship and just cannot do it. It was fine. I didn't love it, but I am excited for the rest of the series because I've heard it gets better. I gave this one 3.5 stars. Then I read The Deal by Elle Kennedy. This was another hockey romance. I read this as a buddy read with some friends on Instagram. This is Hannah and Garrett. If you don't know what it is, where have you been living? This first book was free on Kindle. It's not on KU or anything, but it was like, or when I got it, it was free, and they had the Whisper Sync for $1.99, so I got that. And this is Garrett and Hannah, and they kind of have like a fake dating arrangement to make some people jealous and to kind of help him because he has been struggling in this one class. And so they have this arrangement, and it's kind of a lessons in seduction because something tragic had happened to Hannah, and she just doesn't think that she can feel things for men in the bedroom. And Garrett's like, I got you, girl. I will help you out with that. And of course, shenanigans, they're going to fall in love. It was great. I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. Then I read Beneath the Stars by A.L. Jackson. I read this for my Reading Authors That Are Going to Wanderlust vlog. I will link that up above. This was okay. I didn't love it. It was kind of another forbidden-ish kind of romance because it was a band member and his band member's sister, and they had like a little, so it's an age gap, kind of forbidden romance. There was a lot of external stuff and a lot of secrets that they were keeping from each other, and I just didn't love it, so I gave it 3.5 stars. Then I read 3 books back to back to back, or part of a trilogy: Counselor, Magnet, and Sovereign by Celia Aaron. Again, read this for Reading Authors That Are Going to Wanderlust. I gave the first one 3 stars, the second one 4 stars, and the third one 4.5 stars. This is a dark, kind of dark, I wouldn't say captor-captive, but it kind of is a captor-captive romance, but it's more like, I don't even want to say the terms that it is because it's not politically correct to say them. It wasn't the first one was not great. I did not love it. By the third one, I was hooked, and everything that had happened, and I really did feel that they had fallen in love, and it wasn't just like a Stockholm Syndrome type situation. I really enjoyed it. By the last one, the first two were kind of rough to get through. Had I not had the audios, I probably wouldn't have finished them, but, you know, it is what it is. Then I read The Atlas 6 by Olivie Blake. This is a fantasy, like, dark academia book about a group of 6, I can't think of what they're called. I wrote it down. Actually did write something down this month. They are called Medinas. So they're kind of like witches, but not. So 6 of like the most like prestigious, or not prestigious, the top Medinas in the world. They are asked to join the Alexandrian Society and under the tutelage of Atlas Blakely, which is why it's called the Atlas 6. And they know that only 5 of them are going to make it to the end. And so the question is, what's going to happen to the last one, and who is it going to be? There's a lot of craziness that happens and twists and turns, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited for the next one to come out. I gave this 4.5 stars. Then I read Corrupt Kingdom by Ava Harrison. I actually really enjoyed this. This was an age gap, I wouldn't say mafia, but like a darker captive romance. And I cannot think of character names right now. I'm just drawing a blank on everything, but it's fine. It's just been one of those months and one of those weeks and one of those days. I'm exhausted and I don't know why. But I gave Corrupt Kingdom 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I know other people did not. I really liked it. I read this for the Cover to Cover book club, and I really liked it. Then I finally read a physical book. I read A Week to Be Wicked by Tessa Dare. This is Colin and Minerva, and it is absolutely beautiful. I loved it, adored it, 5 stars. It was so fun and cute, and the like banter that they had, and like it's fake dating, or fake like that they ran off to get married in Scotland when really Minerva needed Colin to go with her to the geology symposium, and it's just so fun and cute, and I absolutely adored it. So 5 stars. Loved this. Definitely made me enjoy Spindle Cove a little bit more than I had been, because I didn't really love the first one, and the novella was just fine. But yes. Then I read The Governess Game. This is a reread for me. This is Alexandria Mountbatten and Chase Renaud. Whatever. It's Chase Renaud. And I love this, and I love his wards that he has, and they're just so cute. Like, it's such a great, like, found family. Daisy and, why can't I think of Rosamond? Daisy and Rosamond are great. They are, normally I'm not a huge fan of children books, but I just adore them in this. They are so fun. They add so much light to the story and happiness, and it's just such a fun class difference romance that just warms my little heart up so much. But yeah, this was a reread from 2021 favorites, so I still absolutely adored this one. Then I read British Knight by Louise Bay. This was a just fun contemporary romance about a girl who goes to London. Like, she takes like a sabbatical from her regular job and goes to London to be work for why can't I think of the term? A lawyer but they're not called lawyers, in London. And so it's like a boss employee romance. It's super fun. I really enjoyed it. I want to read more from this series, because this was like book 4. So other characters get romances, and I'm excited. I want to read them. but I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 stars. Then I read one of my favorite books from this year, my favorite book from the month, for a video, you know, hint, hint, for video to come, Between Despair and Hope by Jess Weisskopf. I absolutely loved this. This is the second book in the Divine Between series, so I cannot say too much. I have an entire dedicated reading vlog for it. I will link above. I just loved this. I was really slumping, and so it took me a while to get through it, but had I not been slumping, I probably would have finished it really, really fast. I also was really busy with other things. Work was busy. Life was busy. I went and saw family and friends and had a very busy week with like doing other things that weren't just reading, because I'm trying to be better about like being present with like my friends and going and doing more things. And so that's why it took me a week to read this, but I absolutely loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It is the second book in a series, so I cannot say much, but just know Rain and Emma have a whole chokehold on me. I am obsessed, and I'm really excited because Jen from Book Refuge actually asked me if she's doing a author hangout on Saturday, and she asked if I would be there, like if I wanted to be part of the author hangout with Jess. So I'm really excited to talk about how much I love Rain and Emma and all of the fantastic characters in this book and this world, and I'm just super excited for it. So yeah, watch that on Saturday. And then I read A Duchess a Day by Charis, I don't know how you say it, Michaels. This was fun. It's a like sleeping or Snow White retelling kind of, where Helena Lark is supposed to marry this duke, and she has been avoiding it for years and years and years and years and years. And Declan Shaw is he is in prison when the book starts, and he is called the Huntsman. He's a mercenary for hire and is asked to get Helena to the altar. And all of his crimes will be, his crimes were not real, but his crimes will be forgiven and he will no longer be in jail. But if he doesn't, he might have to go back to jail. Well, turns out, of course, they're going to spend a lot of time together, and they are going to, of course, fall in love while Helena tries to like find a different duchess or a different woman to make the Duke's head spin so that he will fall in love with someone else and jilt her, and so she can be free to do what she wants. So I loved this. It was super cute and fun, and I gave it 4 stars. It was a little slow, like in the middle. Like I just felt it kind of dragged in the middle, so that's why I didn't like give it a full 5. But it was really fun. By the end, I was hooked. I loved it. I love a good class difference romance with a heroine who wants to just do her own thing and doesn't really want to get married and do that thing. But of course, she finds the strapping young man that she just cannot deny her attraction to him from the beginning. Then I read Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. This is the 5th book in the 5th? Yeah. 5th book in the Throne of Glass series. Can't really say much because massive spoilers. But this is my first time reading this series, and so I am absolutely loving it. And there's been a lot of like, didn't get to participate in the live show, but I watched it back, and like there are a lot of like little connections that I've been making because I have read the other 2 Sarah J. Maas series, and so I'm kind of able to make connections to things that I don't know that I would if this was the first time reading all of them, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a great time with the SJM chugging along. But yeah, I gave this 5 stars. It was fantastic. It might be even more of a favorite than Queen of Shadows. Is that the 4th book? Yeah, than Queen of Shadows. It was fantastic. Every book has gotten better for me, so I gave this 5 stars. And then I read The Assassin and the Empire, which is the 5th novella in the Assassin's Blade part of Throne of Glass. This was so heartbreaking, depressing, but I gave 5 stars. Can't say much again because spoilers. But yeah, I had a great time. Those are all of the books that I read in the second half of the month. Let me see. I can math now. 15 books that I read. And of course, I did complete my Uno TBR. I may not have read all of the books that I had originally planned on reading for them, but the only one I really had to finish this half of the month was Match's outfit. And I used Corrupt Kingdom because it matched the outfit that I was wearing when I picked the cards. But I did end up reading Fake Dating, which this was my original Fake Dating book. I read it. So the only one that I didn't read was Beauty and the Baller, which I had originally done for Favorite Trope. But I read a lot of books that had my favorite tropes. I read Sinner, which had age gap, which is a favorite. I read Blindside, which has like the lessons in seduction, which is a favorite. The Deal is a sports romance. It's a favorite. So I read lots of books that could count for that. So yeah, I completed my TBR again, which is great. Yeah. So Uno is a success so far. But yeah, that is all I have for now. I keep saying, but yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really helps me out. And I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Bye.